Hey guys, Barry Cocheau here, just coming to you with some information that hopefully will help you in the effort of building and developing your business. I've had a lot of people that have asked me, Barry, how do we have various indicators that what we're doing from an activity perspective is going to actually show itself in terms of results that we're looking for within the business? And I share with them this idea and this concept, and I want to share it here with you today. And that in the event that something were to happen to anybody, unfortunately, and they have to be rushed to the doctor or they have to get a checkup to see what's going on, the very first thing that a medical doctor is going to do is they're going to take your vital signs. They're going to see exactly what the benchmarks are as you're entering, so they know what to do as they move forward, okay? And that's the very same thing that you can do within your business. The first thing that you have to do is determine what are the vital signs. So as we now move into that pre-launch phase, in the fall, we're going to be a fully launched company. We've got a group of people now that are starting to understand, because they've actually had results with the product, they've generated income, and they've been successful at mobilizing other people into the business. So when we talk to those people, we tell them, look, pay attention to the vital signs of what's going on within your organization. The first thing that you want to pay attention to is how many people do you have in your group sharing the business 4 times a week. This is really critical, because what you do as you're building and developing your business is you're starting to designate who your inner circle is, who your core group is, and everybody has to have a consistent pattern of something they believe is doable for them, in most cases on a spare time or part-time basis. So what I try to do is sit down with people and say, listen, in the event that you were to get involved in this business, how many hours a week can you commit to it? And within those hours, what can we do to be most productive in that time? And teaching people the value of just sharing the opportunity 4 times a week. They can do that with a Zoom link. They can do that with a conference call. They can do that with a one-on-one. They can do that in a variety of different fashions, but they've got to designate at least 4 different times through the course of that week where they're sitting down and they're giving somebody a unique proposition to taking a look at the business. The second thing that we want to pay attention to is how many tools do we have in our org? How many tools do we have flowing in the organization? One thing to really keep in mind is that we as individuals are not duplicatable. Okay, my partner Sean Baker is a very talented, sharp, articulate guy. He has his own makeup. I can't possibly be Sean, and nobody else should try to become something that they're not, right? I can't be someone else. No one can be me. Just be you. But you can utilize the tools that you have available in the way of videos that we provide and the way of information, the consistency of that information. See, that information doesn't change. It's the same for everybody. We're putting together a number of different new tools that people are going to be using. But just remember in your mind, as we go out, we become a fully launched company, that keep consistent as to how many people that you have in your organization really utilizing tools. How many people in your business are giving away free samples? Okay, and outside of the business, okay, we know that this is very important, right? This is key, but you have to put a big star by how many people are experiencing the actual product. Okay, you can start by talking to people about the unique proposition of getting involved in the pre-launch phase of a company that's now slated to become a multiple $100 million company on an annual basis. That's very easy to do because people can see that growth trend. They know some of the key players in the industry that we have working with us. They can see the reality of that. Okay, there's no challenge there. But what they've got to do is designate in their mind how many people are they going to give free samples of this product to, because it's really the results that people have with the product that are really moving the needle in terms of the success in the business. And then the last step is how many people do you have in your group, okay, that are actually attending the events. When we started off, our first meeting was February 2nd. As we started to move into 2019, we were a company just in pre-launch. That was our first meeting, and we had about 50 people at our first meeting. Now, interestingly enough, a lot of people would say, wow, man, that's just a handful of people. We were pretty excited about the quality, and as a result of that first meeting, our company did over $300,000 of business in actual transactions with respect to our product. And that really let us know that we were headed in the right direction. There were a lot of modifications a lot of twists and turns that we've had to go through to make sure that we really hit this thing exactly the way it's supposed to be. But the first indication was, how many people do you have? So in our first event as an entire company, we had 50 brand new people looking at the business, but we did a great, we had a good number of business that came as a result of that. So my advice to you is to look at your organization and look at the vital signs. Pay attention to how many people you have within your business sharing the business just 4 times a week. Listen, if you have 10 people sharing the business 4 times a week, that is 40 unique visits to your business on a weekly basis. That's 160 a month. And I would tell you that if you just have a small group of people, just 10, sharing the business 4 times a week, that your probability of people getting involved on the consumer side and in the business is drastically increased if you just have a small group of people that are focused on one small objective, okay? And so you, as a leader in the organization, that would be the first goal that I would have, because out of 160 unique looks at the business, the probability of success goes way up. How many tools do you have flowing throughout your organization that people can look at, they can refer to, they can use third-party verification? We've got a lot of that available. And then how many samples, how many samples do you have that people are actually giving out in your group? And then how many people do you have attending the major events? That's going to determine your probability for success, and paying attention to the vital signs of what's actually taking place within your business. Guys, Barry Cocheau, CEO of WBRx, so excited to be here. Lots of new information. The best is yet to come. God bless.